Hey, I'm Mike. This is the Scout. Today we're working on the Scout. Well, kind of working on the Scout. We're going to do an oil change, and then we're checking fluids on everything. We're going to check the transmission, transfer case, differential, kind of everything on it. So we're going to be doing that, but we got to go get the oil for it. So we're going to take the MB today. It's, let's see what the temperature is outside. It's 56 degrees. So it's December, but it's 56 degrees outside. So it's great MB weather. So we're going to be taking that. So let's get that ready. And all right, we're back, and I think we got enough stuff. We got washer fluid, oil, we got an extra quart, some degreaser stuff, 2 monsters, and a donut. Should be enough to get me through an oil change on the Scout. So we're gonna pull it in the shop, in the garage, and get going. All right, before we get too deep into that, we just need to make sure we picked up the right oil filter. I don't know how many times I have gone to the parts store, got an oil filter, come home, drained all the oil, pulled the old oil filter off, and looked at it and said, that's not the right one. So we're gonna climb under the Scout real quick, just compare this to the other one, make sure it's the right one. All right, through the magic of television, that was quick. It looks like it's the right one. So we're good, let's get started. Ooh, that is nasty, and there's actually, oh, that's just sludge. I was gonna say that's metal on there. That's just some sludge. That's nasty. That's some dark oil. It's good we're changing it. All right, so while that sits in there and drains for a little bit, I'm gonna check the other fluids. I want that to drain really well. So we're gonna check the front diff right now. Now to check diff fluid, you just take off this drain plug, and either oil should come out or you should be able to just stick your finger in there and touch it with your fingertip. So I have checked these recently, so they shouldn't be bad. And diff fluid, I haven't gone through any fording or anything like that, so it should be. Let me grab a rag just in case. Oh. So that looks really good still. And it's starting to seep out. So we're just gonna throw that back on. That one's good. All right, rear end should be the same way. Should have fluid right up to the hole in there. And also, for you guys wondering, if I needed to put fluid in here, what fluid would I use? I would just use regular gear oil. Ooh, that does not look good. Yeah, that gear oil looks terrible. All right, we're gonna change it. So that answers the question that I was gonna say was, what kind of gear oil would I use if I had to use gear oil? I just use regular 75 weight. Is it 75 W90? The GL5. I have Detroit lockers, but you don't need to put any friction additives or anything in with the lockers. Just regular gear oil, as long as it's GL5, should work just fine. So I have a gallon. I don't have a new gasket, but I don't know if we'll use a gasket. I've been just using silicone around these. I got a 4-wheel drive shop told me that. So after we change the engine oil, we'll come back here, pop this off, put some gear oil in it. Drain the old gear oil, put some new gear oil in. All right, another spot here to check for oil is, you can see this has a leak too. It seems like everything has a leak right now. I don't know why. I don't know why everything decided to start leaking right now. I've had leaks for a long time. Anyways, this is the fill hole. This is the drain hole. So we're gonna pop that off. See how much gear oil is in the transmission. And again, it should have enough because I think I changed it too, or at least checked it. I at least put some in a year or so ago when I did the new transmission. But yeah, it's got tons leaking out. That's good. It looks old, but it doesn't look bad. Like the rear axle looked bad. Okay, last one is the transmission. And the transmission, that's going to be hard for you guys to see it. But the transmission fill hole is up here and the drain hole's right here. So we're going to check this real quick too. Too loose for the wrench, but too tight for my fingers. There we go. Okay. And that looks good too. Oh, no it doesn't. No it doesn't. That doesn't look good either. That's got water in it. That looks bad. See that milky kind of consistency? That looks like it's got water in it. So let's just move on. We'll just drain that one right now. Move stuff out of the way. I'll put the fill plug back in here, or the drain plug back in. So as tight as I'm going to go with that, you generally don't need to go super tight with the oil filters or anything, you know. We ready? I can see it coming out. Oh, that's disgusting. Maybe not water in there, just disgusting oil. All right, so while we let that drain, we're gonna fill the engine oil up. So let's get that going. Now let's move on to this rear end and get it cleaned out. We'll see what it looks like. There's no drain plug on it. So what I typically do is I take out all the lower bolts and leave one or two upper bolts in, and then pry the bottom of the cover off. And if you guys remember, I didn't go through these axles at all. I just put new oil in them, so I'm not 100% sure what is even going on. Actually, I think I did take the covers off and look at them just to make sure that they had lockers and 456 gears. Man, my neighbors are loud over there. Okay, that's what I do. So that one's loose, but it's in there. So now we'll just pry this bottom part of the cover off. If I can get a little bit of a bite to it here. That's pretty lucky. But that, I think that's a part number, but that's what a Detroit locker looks like in the back of a Dana 44, a Scout 2 Dana 44. I'm going to clean this all up. I'm going to jack it up so that I can rotate the tires and stuff, and make sure I really get this cleaned out. Because for the most part, I mean, it looks like it's wiping off. It looks like the gear oil is just kind of contaminated with something. I don't know. And there's some numbers on the ring gear too. I can't really read them. Let's see if I can get some light down there. 4511. 4511. So I'm not going to tell you guys what that means. Tell me what it means in the comments. I actually do know what it means, but I just want to know right here. It's upside down for you guys, but it says 45-11. Let me know what you guys think that means. Or if you do know what it means, tell me. So, I'm just gonna leave this here for a moment. Let it kind of finish draining out and stuff. And then, let's go check on the engine oil. See if we got enough in there. Look at that, there's still a ton in there. We gotta clean that out. I gotta go get some brake cleaning stuff, but let's go check the engine oil. See where we're at. Oh yeah, that looks way better. So if you guys can see, here's the hash marks. The hash marks are, let me get a little. All right, so this looks really good. So here's the hash marks. Here's the end of one hash mark. Here's the end of the other hash mark. And the oil is right at the top of the hash mark. So we don't need this extra quart. I think it takes about 5.5 quarts in here. We'll let it settle while we're doing the rear end, and then we'll check it again. All right, we got some Right Stuff 1 minute gasket maker. Got the cover cleaned. We got the housing cleaned. So let's get to this. All right, we gotta put on. With this stuff, you can install the pan right away. Sometimes you have to let the stuff sit for a little bit. Not this stuff. This stuff you can install. Whoa. All right, so let's get back to the transmission. We're gonna fill it up. I lost the hose that came with this little pump, so I'm using some airline. Hopefully that doesn't cause any problems right now. This will be the only time I use it. So, and then we'll get some real hose that is rated for this. There is the there's the fuel hole or fill hole right there. And we want to just fill this up until the oil just starts dripping out, and then that's when it's full, and we'll call it a day. So the transmission took like a gallon of oil. This should take maybe a couple of quarts. All right, there we go. Oh, crap. Oh, man. So we got that done. Let's turn it here so you can kind of see the Scout a little bit. So I got the hood popped. I just need to lower it. Got everything cleaned up. Got our used oil right here. I'm gonna dump it back. Gonna dump it back in this jug and this jug. This is why I save my gallon jugs. Because I'll dump the used oil right back in there. But we got the engine oil changed. Transmission oil changed. Rear differential oil changed. The transfer case oil was good and it looked good. And the front diff oil was good and it looked good. So, engine, transmission, transfer case, rear end, front end. I think we're good on the lubricants there. That's everything. The drive lines, I guess I could grease the drive lines. They're like brand new. They're like a year old. Both drive lines, front and rear. They're like a year old. I could probably grease those and then grease my steering. We'll do that another day. But that's it. She's ready for an adventure. I have a couple, hopefully snow wheeling adventures coming up. It's not going to be very much snow if it is a snow wheeling adventure. Maybe a couple of inches. And then Winter Jamboree in January. So if you guys are going to Winter Jamboree, you're going to be down there. Sorry, this mic died. If you're going to be down to Winter 4x4 Jamboree in January, hit me up. I'll be down there. I'll be down there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I think we're staying till Sunday. The Jamboree ends on Saturday, but I think we're staying till Sunday. So if you're down there, hit me up. I got stickers. I got some swag to give away always. So if you see me, just say, hey, I want a t-shirt. Hey, I want a sticker. I want a whatever. Just say something. But I think the Scout's ready. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. Share my videos. It helps helps keep these projects going. So awesome.